All right, all right, all right. Awaken in spirit and truth with Sister Deborah. Coming this afternoon with a short message. And it's going to be about carrying the blame. Carrying the blame. And I, Sister Deborah, can really understand why many would not desire or want to step in to the true spirit and truth. Why they want teach it, they want walk in it, they want live in it, they want preach in it, they want move in it. And I can understand why. And the beauty of understanding why is the beauty that comes from the Holy Spirit within that says, in all you're getting, get understanding. Understanding does not mean agree. Understanding does not mean disagree. Understanding means understand why one would think, feel, or do things the way that they do, feel, and think things. Understanding it's such a very powerful spiritual gift because it's the Holy Spirit allowing you to be able to be a good listener, a good speaker, a good hearer, which is listening, one that's good with communicating with people in the way of spirit and truth. So a lot of people have this thing that they don't have no problem with the religion that they're in, the belief, the denomination. They don't have no problem with what is being taught, what they read. They don't have no problem with anything as long as it stays under the radar of what they're willing to accept. And with spirit and truth, it takes you to a level of getting understanding because the understanding is coming from the Holy Spirit that is within you. So you have to get it, not agree with it, not disagree with it, but get an understanding. Why? Because it helps you teach others. And if you don't have no understanding on it or about it, then you can't really say very much of anything to anyone. But the world has its understanding, and the spirit of the creator has his understanding that falls under spirit and truth. So, in this topic that I'm going to carry, it is carrying the blame. Carrying the blame. And you're actually the individual who are in the body that has been assigned, appointed to carry the blame, meaning your mission and your purpose and what you were predestined and ordained and molded and shaped to come to the earth and be the one that carry the blame. Now we know that the Messiah came and pretty much had taken on the heavy weight. Oh yes, yes he did. But we too, how we are his mini-me is we walk in those same footprints. You see, are we identical? No. But we that are appointed and anointed to walk in spirit and truth with the light, we tend to see the same footprints in which the Messiah came and walked in. We tend to see our route going that way, which 99.9 wouldn't want to walk in that footprints, in that footsteps, in the footsteps of the Messiah. They want to talk in it. They wanted to preach in it. They wanted to teach in it. They wanted to deceive in it. They want to manipulate in it. They want to be in all these different belief, religion, denomination. You can call them whatever they want. They want to be under all these positions, but they do not want to walk in spirit and in truth. Because spirit and truth is a total different realm outside of the realm that they have gotten so comfortable in to where they think that this is the realm that makes them feel okay. Oh, I can run this race 5 years, 10 years, 30 years, 40 years. Oh, I can run this. Why? Because their flesh has gotten so comfortable in accepting the lie. And the lie is that you're not walking in spirit and truth. You see, many people do not and will not and shall not have what you call the gift to be able to understand. Okay, because that comes from the Holy Spirit himself. Getting understanding. That's a power punch. And that is an awesome gift from the Most High Yah. Okay, himself being the one that is all understanding. He wants us to get it, to get that understanding through him of all things. Most people won't go nowhere near that, nor will they teach it, nor will they preach it, nor will they break it down as Sister Deborah is going to break it down today. What I want to say is, he that is of spirit and truth and the light, we are the ones that are carrying the blame. It's like you come down here to be the one that have to carry the blame. You can't look on your left and see someone on your left carrying the blame. You can't look on your right and see someone on your right carrying the blame. You can't look behind you and see or know someone that's behind you carrying the blame. They're not going to do it. And you're not going to find no one carrying the blame. But once you understand that that's the purpose of why you were created, to carry the blame. Okay? You are to be blamed for the night. You are to be blamed for the day. You are to be blamed for the bad times. Nor you won't be blamed for the good times, but you're going to always be blamed for the things that rest in darkness. Why? Because you are the light. You are the ones that spirit and truth. So you have to be the one that appear to be the darkness. So the darkness can steal your identity. That's how it works. So when you hear people talking about, well, someone stole my identity, or they stole our identity, we the true Jews, or we the true Israelites, we the true Hebrews, we the true this, true this, true this. But you know where it all started? Back in Genesis, where the way of Yah was taken out of order and stolen. The way that he created everything, it was stolen. It was turned a different way, and that's the way the world is going today. But when they thought they were doing something, how would I say, cunning and not even smart, because everything in the dark shall come to the light, and that's what it's at today. It's all clearly seen, but you can't really see it at its clearness without spirit and truth. Okay? You can't. Spirit and truth is the Holy Spirit that lives in you, that teaches you that the truth that he had in you, he teaches you from that level. He teaches you all things. Okay? So having that in you allow you to see what's on the outside. But without that is being in you, you can't see the spiritual things that's behind the natural things. The reason why I say you need the spiritual part to see what's behind the natural, so the natural won't be trying to deceive you, because you can see it through the spirit realm. Once you see it through the spirit realm, you can see it as it is in the natural. You see, and then when somebody come to you saying, oh, they said this, or it's this, or this, you already know the whole overall of it, of any situation. You would already know it, because you know it in spirit and truth. Okay. Now, the title of this message is You Carry the Blame. The blame is also connected to endurance. Okay. A lot of people are willing to be in religions, belief, denomination. They believe in the rituals or whatever you call the order and the way people conduct themselves in different religions. People believe in being right in it, all for what it's about. I want to support. I want to be about what it's about. I want to do what it's about. You know why? Because there's no endurance in it. There's no long suffering. And they carry no blame. Mhm. See, when you are the one that's carrying the blame because you are spirit and truth, you are the light, then therefore the world blames you by claiming you are the darkness and make it like you're the darkness so they can portray the light. So all is still an identity. Even Jacob took his brother Esau identity. See, it's been going on, you guys. It's been going on. Look in Genesis how male stole the creation identity of woman. Look at that, to the point where they even like to portray themselves as a woman to another man. That's what men have done. And no one ever really ever taught, preach, and teach that thing in that type of order. Why? Because they don't have spirit and truth. They don't have the light of it. But he that carries the blame carries endurance and long suffering. Endurance is to bear, to suffer, and burden. To carry, now to bear, endurance is to bear, to suffer, and burden. Suffering is pain, grief, and sorrow. So just imagine having to carry the blame, plus you have to bear it. You have a burden. You got suffering. You got pain. You got grief. And you got sorrow reigning in you. Do you see how powerful that is? That's what you call long suffering. That's what you call endurance. But what make us hold up? What make us stand? The patience of Yah. Without the patience of the Creator, we wouldn't be able to stand in endurance and in long suffering and carry the blame. But through the Holy Spirit that lives in us and his patience is what he let us rest in spite of being the one that carried the blame, that endurance, and long suffering, which is pain, grief, sorrow, to bear burdens, and to suffer. See, this is why I wanted to start a new page. I want to cover this information so those that are out there that are the spirit and truth, the one that holding the light, the one that carries the blame. I was just explaining to my son how anything go down, everybody looking for me to be the blame, to get them out of anything that take place, or me to straighten it out and seek it at the same time, blame me in it. I don't know if it makes any sense, but that I know it's not just me. And the thing about it, if it had not been for the Holy Spirit in me, I wouldn't know where to place all of this. But because he's greater in me, and he is spirit and truth, and he is the light that waits up within me, then therefore I have the patience to endurance. I have the patience for the long suffering. because of who he is in me. I have to carry the blame. Just imagine what the Messiah carried. And many others before me, my brethrens and my sisters back in the days, the things that they had to endure and the things that they had to long suffer and the things that they had to carry the blame, how they had to carry the blame. So me, myself, I can't really, they are the ones that I have to look to and say, I too shall, endure, long suffer. I have to carry the blame in such a time as this with all the darkness and evil that's on the earth. And while people continue to walk in their way, in their belief, in their way of their denomination, their wisdom, their knowledge, and they seem like they walking with no issue, none whatsoever, no endurance, no long suffering, because to them, their long suffering is when they don't have their materialistic things. Their dentist appointment didn't go well, their doctor appointment didn't go well, or they couldn't get a new pair of shoes. They can't get a new car every year, or they can't go on a trip, 2 or 3 trips. This is how people look at their endurance and their long suffering and what they suffer through. Just imagine people who suffer through the things that's beyond that. And they take the things of the natural and they apply it as if it lines up with the long suffering and the endurance in the spirit, and it doesn't. Nowhere near it. Because I truly believe if people understood the long suffering and the endurance is only being applied to you, and you carrying the blame, all of that is being applied to you because who you serve, who is greater in you. Darkness knows that there's something going on. Let me give you a really good example. You could say something one day, just like say today, you can say something about a situation as clear as you know that it is. Not something fake, not something that's a lie, but you can say it exactly the way that it is. Now, in saying it, it's like hours later, if not a day later, or 2 days later, a week later, the very thing you said, it now is being applied to you. It's walking right before you. And now you have to carry it. And now you have to respond to it in the way that you spoke of it. Now it's come to be applied to you just to test you, just to try you at what you said. This is what happens to people who have always having to endure and long suffer. You have to carry the blame of every word that you speak it that is righteous. You have to carry the blame. Why? Because it's coming after you. It's coming to see if your flesh is able to uphold righteous in the very thing in which thou speakest. You can speak 100 times, 100 righteous about something, and it'll be a few days later, that same thing puts you in that situation to see your response of what you spoke on righteous. Now let's see if you're going to uphold it in that same righteous way in which you said that it is and it was. You see? That's where you're carrying the blame. You're carrying all type of demonic, wicked, unrighteous, unjust situations that you speak on, it's coming back after you to see if you're going to be able to uphold it in the order in which you have spoken it. Why? Because every word that you say, okay, it's going to always come back toward you to see if you can maintain righteous in the midst of the things in which you speak it that is unrighteous. All the time. It'll come right back on to you, and you will be the blame of any and everything that goes wrong in the midst, no matter where you at, what platform you on, what family you in, what job you're on. When you dealing with personalities and people, darkness is watching you and measuring you, and would bring upon you that same darkness just to see your reaction of the light. You see? But I say unto you, we that are in the body of Hamashiach, we need the head, Hamashiach, because the head is what's knock away the heavy punchers that comes after those that are in the body of Hamashiach, those who strive after spirit and truth. We got help. We got a lot of help. Even though we're carrying the blame, even though we're enduring, we're going through endurance and long suffering, we got the head, which is Hamashiach, which is the power to steal, knock away anything that comes in our midst that he see fit that we might not be able to handle. Okay? Because I sit back and the hurt of a female, of a mother, and foremost a servant of the Most High Yah, more so than anything, I sit back and I realize that it's like you're just here to be blamed. You're the one that carries the blame. You're just here to be our servant, to do what we want you to do, or how we want you to do, and the way we want you to do it. But we're going to always blame you. For no matter what goes on, we can always use you to be the blame. So whether you understand that many of you all out there are carrying the blame on anything and everything that you are coming in contact with or amongst the environment of this world, you're going to carry the blame, because the blame is going to, all the dark is going to always blame, excuse me, blame the light. And the darkness shall always hate the light. See, the battle is real. And because we are looking so much in the battle of the flesh, we have 100% bypassed the true battle that's being fought in the spirit. And that's another reason why I say people hang on to denomination, belief, interpretation, their wisdom, their knowledge, their understanding, all the things on the outer man, while all this war is really going on in principality, and I will say high places, now low places, because now it's on the earth. Okay, so a lot of things we're seeing today on the earth is realer than real. Okay, but I wanted to bring this message out about carrying the blame. In the process of carrying the blame, you are carrying endurance. You're carrying long suffering. Okay, and it comes with pain, grief, sorrow, bearing the burdens and burdens themselves. Okay, that's what you are here to how would I say, endure, long suffer. Okay, So those are the individuals. That's not for everybody. And like I say, the world has its own endurance and its own long suffering, which they have a habit of lining it up with the spirit and truth, long suffering and endurance. And it's totally different. The long suffering and endurance in the spirit is totally different than the long suffering and endurance in the flesh. Okay. So Sister Deborah, I hope that this helps someone that's out there that's trying to find their way in spirit and truth, and hope that you recognize that you are the light, and that you will and you shall find your way. So Sister Deborah, with Awakening in Spirit and Truth, will be back. And I say again, shalom and shalom.